Welcome to the How to Tap video. I'm Nancy Linneruth. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to tap on yourself. Tapping, or EFT, which is the type of tapping that I do, is a technique that can be used in any number of different ways on any number of different issues. Today, I'm going to teach you the physical mechanics of how to tap. That's the tapping on the different tapping points. And then I'm going to teach you how to do some aspirin tapping. Now, aspirin tapping is a straightforward approach. It sort of strips down everything down to the very basics of tapping. You can use aspirin tapping right away on anything you're feeling right on the surface. So if you're stressed out about your to-do list, you can tap on that. Or if you're ticked off at your internet provider, go ahead and tap on that. Bring your feelings down so that you can think better and do what you need to do. I don't want you to use this aspirin tapping on anything big or complicated or traumatic especially. That's for surgery tapping that we'll do together, either with me or with another practitioner if you go that route. But there is a place for aspirin tapping. That's for when you got something that's just in the way and it's not anything big. And you know, when you got a headache, an aspirin feels really good. So let me teach you the mechanics. Just the basics. So take two fingers, and no, I don't care which hand you're using. You can switch. I get bored sometimes. I switch to the other side. Okay. You're going to tap on your other hand under the little finger between the knuckle and the wrist. There's that fleshy part there. Go ahead and tap on there. Yes, tap with me. Okay. You're tapping about as hard as if you had a push button phone with a sticky button. So you're not whiffing it, and you're not leaving a bruise. Okay, it's just solid, and that's about the pressure you're going to use on all the other points. Okay, so after this one, we tap on this one for a while we say something 3 times. Next spot is right where your eyebrow starts. Okay, so no third eye thing, no right in the middle of your above your nose. It's a little off center. So right where the eyebrow starts, that's the eyebrow point. No surprise there. Next spot is the side of your eye on that ridge of bone. So not up on the temple, and careful, don't hit yourself in the eye. Just on that ridge of bone there. Okay. Next spot, under your eye, the pupil of your eye. It's about 1 inch down. Some people say, well, yeah, there's a ridge of bone there too. For some people there is, for some people it's a little bit different. Just make sure it feels comfortable where you're hitting. So don't go way down here and don't go off. It's right below your pupil. Okay. Next spot is between your nose and your lip. With 2 fingers, you've got that covered. You can't miss it. Okay? Next spot is on your chin. So it's that line on your chin, pretty much right under your lips. So don't make a dimple here. It's up a little higher than that. Okay? Next spot is, well, the rest of the spots we could do with 2 fingers, but it takes too long to figure it out. So we're just going to do it the quick and easy way. So make a fist with the flat part of your knuckle. Go and tap where a man would knot his tie. That's your collarbone spot. So if you got jewelry on, you might want to take it off. Okay? Next spot, take all 4 fingers. You're going to go about 4 inches down below your armpit. For women, this would be where the bra strap goes. So, this is just the strangest looking one. I call this the monkey in the zoo spot, but I'm doing it too. So we'll just look silly together. Okay. Last spot, take all 5 fingers. Go on the very top of your head. Some people like to make circles, so they're sure to hit the spot. But it's just somewhere where it feels good on the top of your head. Okay? So those are tapping points. And don't worry about having to memorize these points. Whenever we're doing tapping together, I'm going to be doing it too, and I'll cue you. So if we're talking on Skype, you'll see me doing it. You'll see where to go. If we're talking by telephone, I'll just tell you, okay, so tap on the side of your eye, now tap under your eye. So you'll hear where to move your hands, okay? If any points hurt, I want you to skip them. Now, if a lot of points hurt, let me know, because I can give you alternate points. But it's okay to skip 1 or 2 points. Sometimes people will have had surgery or an injury, and it hurts. They don't want to tap there. Sometimes tapping around the eye, that kind of tapping, can get to somebody who had maybe something where something flew at them. And we can work on that so it doesn't bother you anymore, but that's not what you're here for. So you can just skip those spots. If one of them just is too much for you, skip it. I will always do these points, all of the points, but you can just stay on this one while I move on to this one, or I do this and next you're going to jump down to here and skip that one. Okay. This whole process is very forgiving. So first of all, don't get all hung up on getting the points exactly right. So this point right here, now I know I told you where it was, I want you to know, but if you start going up here, which some of my clients have done, that's okay. You're going to get some vibrations all the way down to this spot. You're going to get some benefit from it. If you, on your own, you're tapping along and you forget a couple spots, big deal. I've heard somewhere that if you do at least 4 of the spots, you're going to get the benefit from it. You can also mix those spots up. So you're going here and then you jump here and let's see where there was one over here. Yeah, that's going to give you benefits too. Now, I'm always going to do it in the same order. And the reason for that is not that it's magical. There's no magic to the order. It's simply that it's easier to remember for you. So after this point, we do this. Every point after this one's going to be a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower. And that makes it easier to remember when you're on your own. Okay. Now, I get down to here and then I end on the top of the head. I do that just because that is such a comfortable spot. Other tapping practitioners will often start there because then it's that lower, 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 right? But I like to end there because it is so comfortable, so relaxing, that it seems a good place to stop with the tapping. And maybe you'll recognize this if you've ever done break an egg in high school or college, right? It's relaxing. But again, no magic to it. And if on your own you feel like doing it in a different way, go ahead. All right. So what I'd like to do is a practice round here with the tape. I want you to tap along with me, and this is how we'll do it on our calls. You're going to tap with me, and I will say something. You will say it back. Okay, so let's practice here right now. Even though this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Say that. I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though Nancy looks really stupid doing this. You say that? I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though there is no way this is ever going to work. I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay, now on your eyebrow. This is ridiculous. And Nancy looks just stupid doing this. There's no way this is ever going to work. Hey, I've got real issues here. Hitting myself is not going to change anything. On the other hand, people are using this all over the world. And they're using it for all sorts of things. It would be great if it could help me. Maybe I'll keep an open mind. I'll give it a try. Okay, that was it. Now, I know that was a silly kind of a round to do, but honestly, most people are thinking at least one of those things, so we might as well get them out there. One more thing about that. While all the rest of it was kind of silly, that one part we are going to use, that I deeply and completely accept myself. If you can say it, even if you don't feel it, that's good. Every time you say it, you kind of, while tapping, you kind of whittle away at your resistance to it. If you're having trouble saying it, you can tell me about it, and I'll give you something else to say. But for now, change my words from I deeply and completely accept myself to something like, I want to be able to deeply and completely accept myself. Okay. And as I say, if you can do it, please say it the I deeply and completely accept myself way. Okay. So that was the practice round. That's how we'll always do it. I'll tap with you and I'll say something, you say it back. For now, just repeat my words. As we get along further into this, you might find that you want to say things a little differently, and that'll be fine. In fact, that'll be better because your words are always more powerful than mine. Okay? So let's try some aspirin tapping. Remember, this is the stripped down, really basic type of tapping where you tap on anything that you're feeling right on the surface. So no big memory from when you're 6 years old or any sort of the big problems you're having with your mother-in-law. Don't get into that. Bring that to me. We'll work on that. But let's keep it on the surface. I'm a little irritated. I'm a little stressed out about what I'm doing. In fact, we're going to use it on stress since so many people are feeling some sort of stress these days. Okay? First thing you want to do is rate that stress you're feeling right now. Okay? So you're going to use a scale of 0 to 10. 0 means there's no stress whatsoever. 10 is as much stress as you can even imagine. Okay, so probably it's somewhere in the middle there. I got a 6 stress, or it's about a 3. Okay, so figure out what your number is. And if it's 0, go ahead and tap along anyway, just for the experience of it. But most people will have a little bit of stress. And if you're not feeling it as stressed, but maybe you're feeling a little bit of tension in your shoulders, a little butterflies in your stomach, that sort of stress counts too, physical stress. Give it a number, 0 to 10. Okay, now that you know what that number is, we're going to do a tapping round on it. Okay, so just repeat after me while tapping. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay. This stress, 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 this stress. Okay, that was a single round. I like to finish off a round with a deep breath. So if you've got asthma, don't do this. Just do what you feel is a cleansing breath for you. But if you don't have asthma, it's really a great relaxation technique to breathe all the way down to your navel. So this part of you stays still and the breath goes all the way down there. So you breathe in and then you let it all out again. Okay, that just sort of helps with what we're trying to do here. Okay, so now what I want you to do is rate your stress. Don't go searching for it. Don't try to really make yourself stressed out right now. I just want you to see where it is at this moment. Is it the same number it was before on that scale of 0 to 10? Did it go up? Did it go down? Figure out what that number is. Okay? Usually the number will come down. Sometimes it comes down so much that's all you need to do. So that's when aspirin tapping is really a useful tool. Sometimes the number does go up a bit. Don't panic. All that means is that you are really focusing on the problem, which is when the tapping works the best. So go ahead and do another round of tapping then. If, however, your number goes up a lot, which doesn't happen often, but sometimes it does, I just want you to stop and bring whatever it was to me. Don't get yourself all stressed out about doing this. If something is big, then it's not meant for aspirin tapping. Okay, and we'll do the surgery tapping on it. All right. I want you to bring something to me as well if you find that the number just gets kind of stuck and you can't seem to bring it down. All that means is that there's something underneath it that we need to get at. And it is possible as we're working together, you're going to learn some different techniques. You're going to figure out some ways that you can try it on yourself, which is great. Go ahead, as long as it's not a big thing or a traumatic thing. By all means, try the things that we do in sessions. But for now, you don't really know those things. So don't get yourself all upset if your number doesn't come down. That's okay. The main purpose of this video is to learn the tapping things so you're ready to go. Okay. So anyway, that's what you've done. You've learned how to tap. And we're ready to get started using that tapping to get rid of those blocks so that you can create your true life. See you at our first session.